To this day.
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 What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. We've heard Malik Scott and his prediction and how he and his reaction of how Anthony Joshua knocked out Robert Helenius. And here is Deontay Wilder's. Deontay Wilder reacts to the devastating knockout of Robert Helenius, and this is what he had to say. Wilder was like, we needed that. We both said the same thing because at first it was looking like it was getting ready to go to the distance. So when the knockout came, I called him on FaceTime and he was like, I'm glad he got that. We needed it done just like that. So we're both satisfied. The fight is bigger to me than it was because of the knockout. So shout out to AJ to going out there and getting the job done. Most of all, shout out to Robert Helenius. It took a lot of courage to get into the ring with real killers, especially on short notice. He just fought Deontay last October and had one fight back, and now he was ready to fight Anthony Joshua, and he lost. He'll be more than ready for a January showdown. Last time I checked with Deontay, we were looking for something for October. Hopefully we can lock in an opponent in form. There we'll go and knock AJ out in January. Andy Ruiz doesn't, of course, want it. He priced himself out, so he's looking for someone else, and he wants to fight and take a chance, and unfortunately somebody else who is going to be knocked out. Those are the words of Malik Scott and Deontay Wilder, and let me counterpunch. This was pretty neutral, and I would say neutral for Wilder is positive, because when it comes to AJ, I remember Wilder, when spoken of AJ, I believe AJ was the poster child of spreading the rumor about Anthony Joshua on PEDs. You remember when he said, right?
You know, I've been waiting on that fight for a long time now. Me versus A-Juice and Jay.
There we go. Okay, you guys remember that. And he said, hey, A-Juice and Jay, just like you guys saw. And it was like, okay, where did he get that from? That was a belief from his own mindset, his own, his own thought pattern. He thinks, you know what, he's juicing because he has all those muscles. Hey, J, A-Juice and Jay, hey, A-Juice and Jay. And then after that, you've seen a lot of guys that don't like Anthony Joshua call him Juice. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, Juice, who the hell? Where the hell is O.J. Simpson? Right? But, no, they were talking about Anthony Joshua. And it is something that was needed. It does make the fight a lot more appealing because they've both knocked out the same guy, in their last fights. Deontay last year, and now this guy, the same guy this year. And I think it is an incentive for those guys to get it on. Now, I wish the best for Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, but Deontay especially because he hasn't had a fight. He hasn't had a fight in a while, bro. So he needs to get back on the bandwagon because things will hurt you, just like in inactivity. Inactivity is like a first cousin to father time. That's what I call it. That's how I look at it because, when you haven't fought in a while, you're rusty. You know what I mean? In the heavyweight division, you go in there cold. You might not get knocked out cold. Okay, so that's something that you have to really pay attention to. But the way Deontay responded, his reaction, like, hey, we needed that. Like, yeah, well, good. You know what I mean? I'm glad we needed it. That makes the fight happen. And that shows me that now that Deontay really wants that fight. Okay, I wasn't convinced 5 years ago, but I'm convinced now. You guys tell me what you think of Deontay Wilder's reaction of Anthony Joshua knocking out Robert Helenius. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!